currently going live. We're live. I'm going to move this laptop back out of the way.
And I'm going to switch you guys off.
Well, someone jump onto the other one and let us know if the sound is any better. Because if it's not and it's Christmas tree lights, then we won't bother. We'll stick with the one that we're on.
Switch the Christmas tree lights off.
So, sorry, I'm trashing your chess set.
That's all right.
Right, someone come on and let us know.
Oh, one person's there.
Perfect. Yay! Okay, right. So we'll end that one.
Let's go to the other one. There is a Stitchmas Party 3, which apparently the sound is much better on. So we'll sign off.
Go from there to here.
We'll see you there. Be quiet.
Okay, end. Done.
Right, I can shut the door.
Lovely.
Oh, right. Okay.
Probably you can put the lights back on now so we can actually see something. And then we can have a proper chat. Thank you for bearing with us, everybody.
Yeah. Let's just do... Oh, that little Maisie, look.
And then we'll move our chairs
I can't see that because I've got old lady eyes.
Well, hold on, because we've got to angle it differently as well. So now we're going to have very unflattering angles. But we're back. Everyone can hear us. That makes me very happy. Excellent. So now let's talk about some proper Christmas stuff, shall we?
Yes.
I thought it'd be fun for us to do a little bit of a kind of what's your favourites. So because ours change from year to year, really.
Yeah.
But let us all know in the comments what is your favourite Christmas song, and you let us know what yours is whilst we're waiting for responses.
Well, I don't have a Christmas song in particular. I've got a whole album.
Okay.
Which
I know who you're going to say.
This is a surefire sign with me that I'm feeling Christmassy because it's Michael Bublé Christmas album.
Yeah.
And it's the only thing I play all Christmas long.
Oh.
And I just love, I don't listen to him at any other time of the year, but he is Mr. Christmas to me.
Oh, excellent.
So I love that. He's Mr. Christmas.
Yeah.
What about you?
Well, I've got 2 songs and it depends kind of what mood I'm in. So I love Nat King Cole's Merry Christmas to You. I used to sing it to my kids when they were babies, and I still do now, they just hate it. But I sing it anyway. But really my guilty pleasure is Mariah Carey. All I Want for Christmas Is You.
I like Mariah.
I want to hate it, but I can't.
I quite like the Kylie Minogue one as well. Again, for that exact same reason.
Oh, as long as you don't tell me you prefer the Kylie Minogue Santa Baby, because then we can't be friends anymore.
No.
Can't be her. Okay. So let's have a look at some of your responses. Fairy Tale of New York. Oh, that's a classic.
Yes. Last Christmas. That's another classic.
Yeah.
You can't beat George Michael.
No, but I don't know Where Are You Christmas, Lorianne. We'll have to look that one up. Oh, Holy Night. Yeah, that's a gorgeous one.
Driving Home for Christmas, Chris Rea. Yeah,
I love it when that one comes on in the car.
Yes.
Doesn't matter where you're driving, but if you're driving in December and that comes on.
Like,
Yes.
Oh, it's so lovely.
Hark the Herald Angels.
Nat King Cole for her too, Viv.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, Danielle. Oh, wow, okay.
Bublé all the way.
Yay! Danielle wants a hippopotamus for Christmas, or is that a song?
If it's not, it should be.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Oh, yeah. My parents used to play Nat King Cole, Frank Sinatra, all the classics. And I actually just had arrive this week. I ordered a vinyl album of Mario Lanza's hymns and stuff, which my husband listened to and went, "What is that?" But it's my childhood. I just remember it so much, and I loved it. So I don't mind. Yeah.
Have you got something else? What's the next question?
Well, let's go with your favourite time of day, Christmas time of day.
Oh,
so,
I think.
Well, let's say from Christmas Eve to Boxing Day, any time over that period, your favourite point. So I'll jump in whilst you're thinking.
Yeah.
I love the post-dinner afternoon kind of lull. I love that. Yes, so you're full, you've had a lovely dinner, you've had a few drinks, and then everyone's just chilling and having a little break. You might fall asleep on the sofa like that.
Yeah, and, just for 5 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. But everyone looks really happy. There'll be something easy on the telly, or we'll be listening to music. And I just love that time of day. It varies. I can't put a specific time on it because it varies, because it depends how long dinner takes to get out.
Yeah. Mine is probably pre-Christmas dinner.
Yeah.
It's that kind of time, mid-afternoon. So the kids have opened all the presents. They've gone off to various ends of the house.
Yeah.
And they're all happy. Husband's happy in the kitchen. And for the last 2 years, you and I sat in the living room watching Mary Poppins getting slowly drunk.
Oh yeah, that was lovely.
And just waiting
and we'll repeat that this year.
Yeah, and just waiting for dinner to arrive. That kind of anticipation.
Yeah.
Can't wait for everyone to sit down, the table's all set, all of that kind of, just that is the anticipation, I think, with me.
Yeah, excellent. Well,
so definitely.
I also loved that, and it was a novelty for me because I don't usually get that, because my mornings are usually manic getting everything ready for the meal.
Yeah.
So last year, having Christmas with Nikki and the boys cooking was the first time that I haven't had that. Yeah. I actually didn't know what to do with myself. I was saying to Nikki, what should I do? She said, put your feet up, eat some chocolates, have another drink. And I'm thinking, I can't do just that. I've not done this before.
Let's watch Mary Poppins. Do you have a favourite Christmas film?
Oh, well, let's have a look at some other responses.
Yeah, go on.
Let's have a look and see what some other, they're coming in thick and fast. I'm just going to scroll back so we can see what your favourite times of the day are. So Christmas morning and children opening stockings. Yeah. I think for me, that's going to come back when there's grandkids on the scene, but my kids has become a bit less exciting.
One of my favourite moments, and this is God's honest truth.
Christmas Eve, 12 dishes, wow. Okay.
Wow. It's become a bit of a tradition. So my kids get a new dressing gown every Christmas.
Yeah.
And it gets wrapped and gets put in their pile of presents. And every Christmas day, there's this moment where one of them finds the dressing gown and they open it up and they go, oh, a new dressing gown. That's a surprise. But then they immediately take the other one off and it gets thrown to the other end of the living room and they put the new one on. And whenever that happens, which it has done for the last 14 years, it makes me very happy. It's like our little family tradition.
Yeah.
And I said to them this year, because they're basically in adult sizes.
Yeah, of course.
I said, do you need a new dressing gown? And they looked at me like, what do you mean? Do I need? But we get one every Christmas. Yeah. So I don't need one.
Yeah.
It's just part of what we do.
Yeah.
So that's another moment that's genius for me.
Yeah. Oh, the nap. Ha, like it, Danielle. Yeah, nap is the good time of the day.
Oh, yeah.
What else have we got here? Christmas breakfast before presents. Oh, you're good. Having breakfast first. No, I never get my kids to do that. Boxing Day dinner.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Boxing Day dinner.
It does taste better the next day, though. And everything's sat in, it's lovely.
Yeah, and you're in your pajamas.
St. Agnes Fountain. Highly recommend listening to them. Oh, excellent.
Nice.
Yeah, we'll look that up. That's great. Stocking first thing 26.
Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve is special because you get all of that anticipation, don't you, for the whole thing.
Yeah.
For the presents. For they're going out, seeing people, having dinner, the whole thing, and it's something about looking forward to things.
There is a point on Christmas Eve. That's the one thing that hasn't changed. That it used to happen a lot earlier. That my kids would be so excited that they would just be wild, like jumping on the sofas, just like nuts. Now it doesn't happen quite as early, but there's always a moment, and it happens later and later. And usually a particular song will come on, and then we'll all be dancing in the kitchen, and they'll be jumping around, going, "It's Christmas tomorrow!" And I'm like, they're still kids, really.
Yeah, they always are. They always are.
And it's good to know that even at 26, Viv, your daughter is going to be opening her stocking with you.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah. So you asked Christmas films.
Christmas films was the next thing I was going to ask, because I think that's a big thing for people.
Yeah.
What their favourite Christmas film is.
Yes. Mine is...
No Die Hard, I'm sorry.
It's not a Christmas movie.
I love Die Hard, don't get me wrong, but it's not a Christmas movie. And you're a Christmas movie buff.
Well, I watch the same ones every year. I've not watched any yet. Yeah, well, one of my guilty pleasures is in the run-up to during December, I love to watch cheesy Lifetime movies, like really bad. The worse the better. It needs to have a really bad plot, really bad acting. It needs to be laughably bad. No. But then I don't know why, I find it heartwarming. It's just something about bad Christmas movies.
No,
but my favourites are the classics. I love White Christmas. I love what's it called again? Miracle on 34th Street, the original one.
Yes.
It's a Wonderful Life.
Yes.
I love black and white Christmas movies. They make me happy. Meet Me in St. Louis.
Yes.
Holiday Inn, all of the classics. So what about you?
Miracle on 34th Street, but the modern one.
No! It's not as good.
I just love that. The little girl in her tartan dress. Yeah. And I love that movie. I also love Elf.
Yeah,
I also love Arthur Christmas. It's
Mhm.
probably one of my guilty
Yeah.
pleasures because I absolutely love that. I think it's hilarious.
Uh-huh.
And Mary Poppins. Obviously, have I not mentioned Mary Poppins enough yet?
Mary Poppins is a great one. Yeah.
But then I like films as well that kind of are not really Christmassy but catch you out.
Mm.
So 12 Brides, 7 Brides for 7 Brothers.
Yeah, I love it when they put all the musicals in between Christmas and New Year's, and they just have a different one on every afternoon.
I love that movie. So I would watch that all day long. So that kind of things like that. I like traditional kind of movies. So that kind of thing. So I also like, there was one year for Christmas where
see what movies other people like. You carry on.
Brave was on one Christmas day, and I remember it was just the 4 of us for Christmas dinner, and so Tim was busy in the kitchen making dinner, and the boys were all playing, and I was just sat in the living room watching Brave, getting drunk. So I don't know what's wrong with that, but it was very nice. Agnes, you'll be with me with Brave. There'll be a Scottish red-haired woman in you, definitely. What's everyone saying?
Well, I'm just going back to some other comments. Christina says that she's been watching our channel for years, but this Christmas is the first time she actually started sewing.
Yay! Welcome to the club!
Yes, and you're making Christmas pajamas. Fantastic.
Oh, wonderful.
I'm also making Christmas pajamas for us, but I'm just being lazy, and I'm making just bottoms in jersey.
Nice.
And they're all going to be oversized.
Are you making them for us as well?
No. But I had a similar thing with your boys and their dressing gowns. Yeah. I'm trying to not waste any money this year because things are a little bit tighter. So I'm kind of just thinking, do we really need it and that sort of thing?
Yeah.
So I said to my kids, I said, do you want to do the pajamas thing? Do you need new pajamas? Because, you've got loads that you don't even wear. And yeah, they looked at me and went, of course.
Christmas red pajamas.
Yeah, it's a tradition. So we're definitely having them. But I'm making them. They're just black and white tartan.
And I know someone's just spotted that I'm drinking the red wine. This is medicinal because I'm not very well. So this is helping my throat.
Oh, thank you. We're gorgeous. Look gorgeous and relaxed.
Oh, well, we are.
So that's good. Carol's and Kings are making sausage rolls. That sounds great. Okay, let's get on to the movies then. Yes,
Wonderful
here we
Life.
go. Okay.
Love Actually. Yes, I do quite like Love Actually.
Yeah, me too. I love Love Actually. It's a Wonderful Life. Nativity. I love all the nativity movies. They're hilarious. I just love them. And my kids, even though they've grown out of them, if we start watching one, they'll come and sit and watch it with us. And they'll pretend that they're not really watching, that they've got stuff to do, and they'll just stick around and watch the whole thing. Muppet Christmas Carol.
Oh,
yes.
I love A Christmas Carol. I love Scrooge as well. I like the Scrooge that's got Captain Picard in it. That's a clash of both of my things that I like. So, bit of sci-fi.
Great Escape. Yeah, that's always on, isn't it?
Oh, yes. Although I think that's an Easter movie. I don't know why. I've always watched it Easter time.
Oh, Polar Express. Yeah, that's another great one.
Dylan,
Chase.
one of my twins, used to be obsessed with Polar Express, and there was a few years where we watched it all year round.
Yeah.
So literally every week he would have Polar Express on.
Yeah.
So I've watched that a lot. But I'm a big Tom Hanks fan. So
yeah,
I don't mind. Who
like,
isn't?
Realistically, you can't not like Tom Hanks. It's almost impossible.
No, it's the law.
Yeah. Oh, well, we've loved seeing all of your responses. So here's another one. As soon as we've both got one, what's your favourite Christmas tipple? And it can be alcoholic or not. So it can be a cocktail, it can be bubbly, it can be wine, it can be hot chocolate, whatever. I have loads. Not surprisingly.
You surprised me.
But my favourite cocktail is a martini. It is always a martini.
Yeah.
Years ago I found a recipe from Nigella which is called a pontini or something like that, but it was a martini made of pomegranate juice, so I love that one for Christmas Eve. And then I love bubbles.
We always drink
all
bubbles
day
on Christmas
bubbles.
Day.
Yeah, that's great. But in the evening I just love a nice whiskey.
Port for me in the evening.
Or port if we're having cheese.
Once the cheese board comes out, the port has to come out. And I'm a red wine girl, so it's just like basically elevating red wine. So I probably start on bubbles, and then by the time we hit dinner, I'll be on the red wine.
Yeah.
And then by the time we hit the cheese board, I'll be on the port.
Yeah.
And then by the time I hit my bed, I won't know my own name. That's the case with a lot of us, so that's perfectly acceptable.
I also love, because when I make them for the kids, I never, any other time of year, I'll never have hot chocolate. Oh, mulled wine, one side too. But if I make my kids like a full Monty hot chocolate, hot chocolate, cinnamon syrup, cinnamon whipped cream, marshmallows, and then a candy cane to stir it all round with, and I make them one, and then I look at it and I go, actually, I'll just have one. So every Christmas I end up having one of those, just as my little treat.
I don't like hot chocolate.
Yeah, I don't ever have hot chocolate any other time. I think it just reminds me of being a kid.
Yeah,
and at Christmas you want to feel like you're a kid again, don't you?
Yeah. Oh, so what are your favourite drinks?
Gin and French. Oh, good shout there. I love Noily Pratt. I put it in everything.
Puerto Rican eggnog.
Ooh,
hello, Karen. Tell us all about that.
What makes it Puerto Rican? Is it that it's made with rum, or is all eggnog made with rum? I can't remember.
I don't know. Or will it be tequila? I don't know.
Ooh, it's called coquita. Right, we're going to look that up afterwards, Karen, because I like the sound of that. I love finding new drinks.
Oh, Baileys. We've got some apple cider, some mulled wine.
Vintage port, G&T, Ardbeg whiskey at the end. Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Oh, nice. Irish coffee. Nice.
Lovely.
I do like a sneaky cup of tea in between. Like, you just kind of go, I'm just going to have half an hour and have a cup of tea. That'll do me okay.
Excellent. Eliza's in the Caribbean. She's asking Sarah what to bring back with her. Can we just have all the rum, please, Eliza? Just have all the rum in the Caribbean, please.
At least as much as you can fit in your suitcase. That'll do fine.
So, moving on then.
Yeah.
What is your favourite tradition? Because we talked about pyjamas and that kind
dressing
of thing.
gowns.
So, do you have any family traditions that are something that you guys do that is unique to your family, or maybe not? Because all the traditions I always thought were unique. It turns out that everybody does them. Or not everybody, but lots of people do. But yeah, I love a family tradition. So one of our little ones is that because I know over in the US you guys open your presents on Christmas Eve anyway, but here in the UK it's usually Christmas Day, Christmas morning. But I always wrapped up their pajamas, and it was the one thing that they got to open. So they'd be under the tree, and all day they'd be like, "Can we open them yet? Can we open it?" Even though they knew what they were, they're always pajamas. But yeah, they couldn't wait to open them. So even now, not only do I have to make sure they're still pajamas every year, but I have to wrap them, otherwise it's just not the same.
No, I think the dressing gowns is probably our tradition, but I did have one when I was little.
Yeah.
So when I was a little girl, and my mum had two girls, me and my sister, and we had a couch full of presents each. That was what we had.
Yeah.
And the first present I would open would be my tube of sweets.
Yeah.
And because you could find it was a tube, it was a little tube of sweets about this long, and you could shake it and you knew it was sweets. And mine was always jelly tots. And I used to get tubes of jelly tots. And I would eat my jelly tots while opening the rest of my presents. And actually, for quite a few years after I was a grown up, my mum would still send me a tube of jelly tots for Christmas Day. And I think it's kind of been forgotten in the midst of time now that we have our own kids. But Tim used to buy them for me as well on Christmas Day. So I would always have my own tube of jelly tots.
Oh, that's adorable. I love that. Love that.
So that's my little tradition. And what have we got from you? We always cover the lounge door with wrapping paper. Oh, I love that. I never quite got around to doing that.
But I love seeing, because now obviously on social media you see that all the time, don't you? It's kids bursting through it.
My dad was a rugby player, and we always had an old woolen club captain socks as our stockings. Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, that's
my daughter used the darned remaining socks to this day. That's lovely. That's like a family heirloom you can pass down to everyone.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, Lorianne says Legos for every Christmas. I wish. I've given up on my annual Lego tradition. I used to love building Lego, but my kids grew out of it, and then Nikki started buying it for me. But realistically, it's quite an expensive toy to give someone to build once as an adult and then never do anything with. So
we have lots and lots of Lego kits, but I really don't have the time to put something up for you. Exactly. If we get snowed in over winter, I will parcel up a Lego for you and bring it across.
Yeah.
Perfect. A Lego hobbit hole or something for you to build.
Oh, fantastic. Soaking in shelling almonds on Christmas. Oh, that's nice. Turn out the lights, set the fire to my homemade pudding. Oh, perfect. Yes, love that. We the other thing that we do is on Christmas Eve, and again, they've not grown out of this, but we've got this big pop-up book of the story of the night before Christmas.
Oh,
and so ever since they were little, we would read this book, and we would each read a page, and we'd kind of pass it around. And it always makes me a little bit emotional because I remember them being like, what, when the kids are reading, and you're going,
oh,
yeah, jelly, that's right. And now, obviously, they read better than we do. They just read it as if they're putting a performance on or
16
something.
And 14 now, aren't they?
13,
13
yes.
and 16,
but yeah, I love the fact that they still like doing that, and that if somebody reads too much, they go, oh, no, that was my turn.
Oh, lovely. That's lovely. We still put things out for Santa as well, so we still put a mince pie and some carrots for Rudolph and a little glass of whiskey, and we do that. We're in that lovely stage where at the moment that they know that Santa's not real.
He is. Don't listen to her.
But we're all kind of, but he is real, and
of course he is.
And they're believing, but we know that they don't. But they're in that lovely stage.
Well, and I'm just going to make sure, in case my little niece Isla tunes into this, she's our number one fan. Just going to make sure that she knows sometimes when the Christmas magic wears off, which it does as you get older.
Yes.
Sometimes you convince yourself that he's not real, but that's only because you've lost that magic that you had when you were a kid.
I've lost that magic, to be honest.
So if people say he's not real, they've just lost the magic. That's what it means.
I'm a bit cynical and I've lost my magic, Isla. I'm very sorry if that upsets you.
We're going to try and get it back.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm wearing enough sequins. It's going to happen.
That's what everyone else says. Do the more traditional food, tamales.
Oh, I love the thought of other countries having their own traditional Christmas dinners as well. So obviously we have turkey, or we have goose. We have some kind of bird. It's traditionally turkey, and we have all the trimmings. So the roast potatoes, the carrots, the Brussels sprouts, we have stuffing, we have pigs in blankets. But what do you have? It depends, because obviously you guys are all around the world.
Yeah.
What do you have for Christmas dinner?
Yeah, because we do the traditional too. Although I really liked, I saw Jamie Oliver's new one last week, and it's part of Christmas for me. Jamie Oliver and Nigella are just part of Christmas. But he did a risto misto, the mixed roasted meat. So we did a chicken, pork, and a beef joint.
Yes.
And I thought, what a great idea, because then you've got food for the week.
Yeah.
You just got a bit of variety,
a bit of everything.
Yeah, so I did fancy that one year.
Yeah.
But
my mum, I always remember I always remember my mum trying to put us to sleep on Christmas Eve, saying Santa's near, and Dad would be in the hall ringing bells. And we were, what was that?
Tiny Tots.
Tiny Tots. Oh, that's lovely, Agnes.
That is lovely. I still remember that feeling. Don't you remember that feeling of going to sleep as a kid and just being like, oh, is he coming? And there's kind of that equal excitement and a little bit scared. Like, I hope he doesn't come in my room.
I hope he doesn't miss us.
Yeah, I remember that so vividly.
I mean, my kids have done the Santa tracker for the last couple of years as well. So when that's become a thing, we spend the whole of Christmas Day tracking Santa on the NASA app or something.
Yeah,
so that's quite. That's
one of the good things about technology now, isn't it? People get to get live messages or video messages from Santa in the North Pole and all that kind of stuff as well, don't they? So it's nice. You can keep the dream alive.
Yes, the dream's always alive.
Tostadas for Christmas Eve dinner. Traditional type meals: roast beef or turkey at relatives the next day. Oh, that's nice, Lorianne. Cheesy leeks.
Whoa,
yummy.
You're making me cheesy cauliflower this year.
I am, I'm going to make you cauliflower cheese. Yeah. That's not something
my husband doesn't do that, but I love it.
Beef roast for dinner.
Come on, turkey.
Oh, of course, yes, because in America you would have had turkey for Thanksgiving, you, a lot of the time.
So what do you have instead?
Stephanie says they have beef.
Have beef. Lovely.
It's funny because I hear a lot of people saying that they don't even really like turkey, but it's just something that they always have for Christmas. You kind of associate it with it. I like it if it's I need cranberry sauce and bread sauce and gravy and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Although I quite like the meat anyway. We sometimes get sliced turkey to have on sandwiches and stuff like that. It's very healthy.
We do as well.
It's very healthy for you.
Yeah.
But we always do a ham on Boxing Day as well, which is one of my other favourite things.
Yes. Oh, hi, Jennifer's just tuned in from Canada. She says we look
fab.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jennifer. We're sure that you look fabulous as well, Jennifer, no matter what you're wearing.
And Pinky Doodleful can't stand turkey.
Well, there you go. There's always one.
Christmas ham. Oh, yes. Saltier the better, Jennifer. You're right. Yes. And actually, every year I end up doing a different thing to the ham.
Yeah.
So how do you do your ham? Because we've done the Coke, we've done the ginger beer, done the ginger jam.
Marmalade.
Done treacle. Done all sorts of different ham things. It's always good, but you need something sticky on the outside.
Ketchup.
Yeah, to be honest, there's probably something
HP sauce or something, something you can do.
Anessa has turkey.
Love turkey, yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah.
Nice.
That's the secret, isn't it? Get as much prep done as possible on Christmas Eve, or get your husbands to cook it for you, which is what we're doing this year.
That, to be honest, I do every year. I've never cooked Christmas dinner in my life, so I'm continuing that.
Yeah.
As we go. What else have we got? Sarah saying Christmas dinner is loads of food from the bird: pork, beef, fish, salads, and vegetables. You have it all, Sarah.
Yeah.
That's enough leftovers for a month.
Barbara had baked beans on toast last year. That's what you felt like.
Were you on your own, Barbara? Was that because
or
of
just
COVID?
Sick of Christmas?
Oh, maybe. That's the thing. I hope you're all still having a lovely Christmas this year with all of these.
Yeah, it's a bit rubbish, isn't it?
Self-imposed restrictions, but I hope that everyone is still being able to see someone and do something a little bit special. I know that we're basically cancelled everything other than Christmas Day.
Yeah.
So, and family things. So we're making it the important stuff.
Yeah,
and spending time with those we love. Which is,
and we are family. We consider each other family. You know, Stitch sisters in name.
Yes.
But in reality, that's how we see each other.
Yeah.
So we spend so much time together for work and stuff that we blend the households. We just consider ourselves all in the
one
same
big happy
bubble.
household.
Yes, exactly. So we see each other pretty much every day.
Yeah. Our husbands
our
are
kids
best
go to school
friends.
together. Our husbands are in the pub right now because we kicked them out. So it's at least we have each other. We know how lucky we are as well. We know lots of people aren't going to be able to go and spend Christmas Day with their best friend because they don't live next door, around the corner.
And we're not real sisters. We're not real sisters.
No. So it's probably less obvious to anybody that's just discovered us because I'm now blonde as well. We used to be the blonde one and the brown one. That's what people used to call us. But now it's got more confusing.
Yeah, I'm Scottish, so I'm not from the same mother as you. So we're not sisters, but we're sisters
or father.
We've kind of adopted each other.
Yes.
So that's we're sisters
by choice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We are planning on in the new year to do a little film video for YouTube all about us, all about how we met and how we started our sewing business and then how we came to being online and stuff like that. So we'll do that in the new year and that will hopefully answer all your questions. But if you have any, just email us or drop us a question on here and we'll make sure we answer it on that video as well.
Because we've been doing this for so long now that we just kind of assume that everybody kind of knows our story. But lots of people discovered us during various lockdowns over the last couple of years. And so they won't necessarily know our story. So we are lucky to have such great friendship. You're right.
Yes.
We know how lucky we are, don't we?
Yes,
we do.
Absolutely.
It's one of those once in a lifetime kind of friendships that, you know, it's like when you find your partner, when you find someone that you really love, you look back at your previous relationships and you go, well, I thought I was in love, but I wasn't really. This is what love is. And we have the friendship version of that. You look back at your past friendships and you think, well, I thought that we were really good friends, but it's nothing like this.
No, and it evolves all the time.
I sound like I'm about to propose to you.
You can if you want, but I'm already taken. But no, it does change, and it grows and it strengthens, and and you know, we spend a lot of time together, and that can be tricky sometimes because you're not always in the best of moods, but actually we complement each other really well.
When she says you're not always in the best mood, she's talking in general.
We.
She's not saying that I'm not always in the best mood.
You see what I've got to put up with.
But yeah, we've had some hardships this year, haven't we? It's been a bit of a tricky one. So that's been kind of the our friendship's been what's got us through, really.
Yeah.
Because when you know your support is just across the road, it does make such a big difference.
Yeah.
So we know how lucky we are.
Yeah. You're family now. That's it. You're not my best friend anymore. You're my adoptive sister. And you're here. There's no getting away now.
We're going to start making everyone sick in a minute.
Yeah.
Lucy says thanks for the EPP vlog. She's just asked to look for a daughter. Oh, fabulous! Oh,
how lovely! Do send us a picture and let me know how you're getting on.
Yeah,
I'll be able to help if you need any help.
And Rosie's son and husband have just tested positive, so their Christmas plans are all on hold. We're going to have 12 of them. Oh, that's such a shame. But hopefully, postponed to the 27th. So that's still Christmas time, isn't it? So it's only by a couple of days.
It doesn't matter. It's just getting together that's the important thing. It doesn't matter what day it's on. Just remember that. You can make it Christmas Day, whatever day it is.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, your dad's coming from Scotland, but that's the first time in a couple of years.
Yeah.
And I'm only going to get to Skype any of my family.
Yeah.
I say Skype like, no one really uses Skype anymore, but you know what I mean? Video call.
It's all Zoom.
My family. So I won't be seeing any family on Christmas Day or over the Christmas period.
No.
So we'll be having some friends come to stay at various points, but maybe I don't know.
Changing by the day.
Yes, exactly.
Changing by the day.
So yeah, it's a shame, but I think if anything the last couple of years have shown us is what's really important, and family and friends are very important, but being healthy is too. And knowing that they want to see you sometimes is enough. Knowing that you would be together if you really could, but you're looking out for each other by not is still heartwarming, isn't it?
Absolutely.
And thank God we do have video calling now, and you can chat to anyone all over the world, and you can have video call after video call on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
That makes a big difference.
It does, absolutely. Now, I know as we've got all these lovely people here who clearly enjoy spending time with us, shall we tell them about what we've got coming in the new year? Should we give them a little sneaky
about
our new class? Do you want to hear about our new class? Because we've been filming over the last couple of weeks and editing, and everything is ready to go after Christmas for a brand new class for you guys.
Yes.
And this is aimed at the beginners again, because we felt that people who have found us in the lockdown the last couple of years, who have learned to sew with us during lockdown, they want to make their own clothes, and we want to give them something that's really super simple.
Yeah, before you need to learn about patterns, and before you need to learn all the proper ways of doing things. So we've basically come up with a class where you can make 3 really simple tops. You don't need any patterns, and you need very basic. As soon as you know how to use sewing machine, you can make them.
Yeah.
But even though they're really basic, we love ours. We've made like 5 each or something like that. And we love them. They're just simple boxy tops, but you make them in a drapey fabric, and they look fabulous.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not necessarily going to be the level that some of you guys are in terms of your sewing skills, but quick and fun, even to people who can sew.
Yeah.
But for people who've only just started, it's just a way. We all know what it feels like the first time you get to make something you can actually wear.
Yeah.
And you actually feel really good about it, and that kind of
yeah,
it's actually okay.
I've finished it and I can wear it. And someone says, "Oh, I like your top."
Yeah,
that's what we're looking for. We're looking to fill that space so that we can help them on that journey to make the first thing that they're really proud of.
Yeah, and that kind of makes them think, okay, I think
can do
dressmaking
this.
is for me. I want to learn some more. So it's really just a quick and easy way to give people, fast track them to that.
Yeah.
Oh, I actually made something and it's wearable.
So you can go from a top to a beautiful tuxedo like Rachel's.
Yeah.
In only a year.
Yes, yeah, exactly. But they're all, everything's made from rectangles, and we've also got or geometric shapes, and we've also got plans to do a skirts version, a trouser version, a dress version,
and more tops.
Yeah, and they're all really quick and easy. So all of the tops only take a metre of fabric, and yeah, really simple,
super simple.
Yeah. So if you ever need something really quick, even if you're an experienced sewer, it might be one for you. So and if not, if you've got friends who are just starting out, or people that go, oh, you're so clever to be able to make your own clothes, I could never do that. You can say, well, actually,
yes, you can. Absolutely.
Really
we're hoping it's going to be coming in early stages of January.
Yeah, it's all ready.
It's all ready to go. But we thought we'll just let Christmas come and go, because everybody's so distracted by everything else at Christmas. We'll wait until January, and there'll be loads of people with their new sewing machines and loads of people ready to get started. So we hope that this is something that you're excited about.
Yes, and don't worry, because we know for those of you who have let us know that you'd like some more advanced or improver classes, we are definitely, and we haven't decided on the order, but at some stage next year we are definitely going to be doing our guide to trousers and our guide to coats.
Yes.
So we definitely want to get those done, and we also want to do some fitting classes.
Yes.
Where we're going to focus on fitting different areas of the body.
Yeah.
So we've got ideas to do, and rather than having a big class on fitting that takes us ages to film and then ages to get out, we'll break it into smaller chunks, like we said, focusing on just certain areas of the body. We've already got a bust adjustment class, so we'll do tummy adjustments, we'll do butt adjustments,
we'll trousers,
those kind of things. And then that combines with the trousers class, where you actually get sewing skills, means that you should be able to kind of plug any sort of gaps and that sort of thing.
We're going to be busy.
Oh, we're so excited as well. We really are so excited.
Yes.
And yeah, we can't wait to bring you some new content.
Yes, and we can see by the responses that you're very excited as well.
Yes, yes. And also,
coats, please. Yes, we love coats.
Lorianne, you're right. We're also really excited for all the people that have started sewing, and it's kind of, we started to remember recently over the last couple of years that have been really tricky. When we started doing classes online, it's because we wanted to reach more people. When we used to teach in person, and they used to come to our homes, and as you did, Lorianne, and do it that way. And we know that from doing that, that it's those beginner sewers that get the most value from it. They're the ones that need the most help, because there are lots of resources out there, and it can be really daunting to figure out which ones you need.
But there's a moment where, and you need lots of help in the early stages, but there's a moment where you get to the point where you think, I can do this myself, and it's almost like you take flight yourself, and you go and you find things, and you're able to do stuff with confidence yourself. But we feel like we've got lots of people we can take to that point, and give them all the help to fledge them out of the sewing nest that they're in.
Because that's what gives us the greatest sense of pride, is when people learn to sew and start getting excited about sewing, and we get to relive that experience that we had with them. And that's kind of, so that's why, whilst we have got some more sort of higher level classes coming, we do want to make sure that we also focus on those real beginners that need the most help. Just so that we can kind of get that little sense of pride when they're like, oh, look, I made it.
But also, anyone can dip into these, because I think it's a really great way of using up a metre of fabric, and there's usually, everybody's got a metre of fabric that they don't know what to do with. So actually having something which is quick and easy, which you can nip up, which you can make, and you can wear it with a nice pair of jeans, wear it with a skirt, and it's actually just a really good use of a small piece of fabric.
Exactly.
So we're very excited about it. It's going to be coming early January, and you guys are the first people to hear about it.
So we've been going for, I know we had technical problems, we've been going for just over an hour now. So before we start to wrap things up, just if there's any other questions that you want to ask us or anything before we go. Do you want us to do more lives? We don't necessarily need to get quite as glammed up. We can just be in our pajamas. But if you want to do more lives, what we were thinking was doing our normal kind of coffee and catch up type thing, but in a live format, rather than doing it kind of filmed in advance, and then you guys get to ask the things that you want to know about.
Absolutely. But if there's any questions about anything else, about the classes or anything else, just stick it on the comments, and I'll get Rachel to read them out.
Yes,
because you've got the
because
you're the younger one.
I'm able to lean a little bit further forward as well. Oh, Jennifer says she wished we were sewing teachers in grade 8. She hated sewing so much she took metalwork. Do you know we get loads of people saying that sewing at school was such a bad experience for them? They hated it.
Yeah. I didn't make my headdress. I bought it off Etsy, by the way, for someone who just asked.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yes,
it's gorgeous
it's
though.
gorgeous.
It's perfect.
On it. It's just a bit of elastic with some stones put on it, but I didn't have the stones, so I just thought I would buy it. It was a tenner. It's not very expensive, but
Viv says thank you for tonight. Looking forward to it. Thank you. So have we. I mean, in between like sickness and wondering whether it would even happen. But I don't know about you, but this has really kind of perked me up. So I'm feeling better than I have done all week, to be honest.
Yes, absolutely. You guys are a tonic.
Yes, definitely. Love the idea of a live couple chat. Oh, yes. Oh, thanks, Funda. It is a great feeling. You're right. It's one of our favourites. And I think sometimes whatever you've got going on in your life, and we've had a lot recently, that, you know, you still get that really lovely sense of achievement when you make something. And I love the fact that it completely switches your brain off whilst you're doing it.
Oh, gosh,
You can't sew and worry at the same time.
No.
I can't anyway.
No, just
or
crochet and worry. I'm obsessed with crochet at the minute, so. What have we got?
So, Joey, that your headdress is beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
And, thanks, Karen. Glad we perked you up. That's great. Please consider a podcast. Do you know we actually did consider a podcast back in, when was it? It was years ago.
4 years ago.
4 years ago, something like that. And we thought, you know, we should just do a podcast. And then not long after that, what was the podcast that Gabardashery had?
Gabby and Megan did. We were on that. We have got our episodes was on there.
Yeah, and I think Love to Sew had already started.
Yes.
And then there was that one, and then there were a few more popping up. So we just thought, maybe there's not enough room for podcasts. But then I guess the way we've thought about it since is there are so many. There are so many YouTube channels that we all watch. Yeah, you know, it's course. Like you listen to multiples, don't you? So maybe that's something we'll consider at some point. But we've got way too much on with all the classes that we want to bring. Yeah,
we need to fix the sound if we need to do podcasts.
Yeah, of course. Maybe we'll just continue doing a few lives. We'll try and do one live a month at least, and kind of just do a coffee and catch up if nothing else.
And we'll do it with the laptop and the microphone,
and then we'll see where it goes from there.
Yeah.
Are we going to the pub now? Do you know, if we were to turn up to our local pub looking like this, they would not bat an eyelid because they're so used to seeing us in ridiculous over the top.
They think we're a bit random, don't they?
Yeah. They'll just assume that we've been somewhere extra glam, and then we'll be like, no, just been in Nikki's lounge.
No. But to be honest, I think it's bed for me after this. So everything's beginning to weep a little bit. So my eyes are beginning to go a little bit later. Yeah,
well, she's done so well to try and stick it out. Just before we went live, Nikki had a massive sneezing fit, and her makeup was only done her face, and she was having to touch it up. And we thought, how typical just before. Yeah. So I was assuming
you're very far away, so you can't see how
I was assuming you'd be streaming through the whole thing, like literally streaming and streaming.
The red wine and the ibuprofen have held it at bay. I think I'm reaching my peak now. That's about it. So,
well, we've seen a few comments about Vlogmas. So we don't know. Maybe next year. It's just that as much as we enjoy it, it's an awful lot of work, and it depends what else we've got on. And we've just had such a difficult year that even just getting basic jobs done has been tricky sometimes. So there was no way we were going to be able to commit to that. And I just think unless you can commit to, well, there's another way we could do it, that maybe we could do like a one a week or something like that, and just do a little bit of filming all day each day, but put it out in bigger chunks rather than every day.
But that's still a big commitment, because you know, this month I would have been sick 3/4 of it. Exactly. And nobody wants to see that, to be honest.
Yeah, and we did have that in the last Vlogmas as well, and that's what made us think it's a big thing to commit to. So we know that you guys love it, and we would love to do it as well, but we can't make any promises. We're going to have to wait and see where we're at this time next year.
We think about it every year because we know how much you guys love it. But with the pandemic, it's just, you know, stuff hasn't been open, and it's just not, we've just not felt safe enough to go out either as well. while. So that's, you know, it's difficult, but we'll see how we go.
Yeah. Exactly.
What else have we got? Any other questions?
Will we continue? Yes, don't worry. We're continuing the crochet series. We
Yeah,
filmed.
hold
We have filmed the next part. We filmed the part with the sleeves and stuff. We just haven't had a chance to edit it yet. So I'm hopefully going to try and do that before Christmas.
Bringing it over.
But if not, it will be the first in the new year. But Nikki's showing you how she's getting on. Let's have a look.
Da, da, da. So I've got one sleeve with the ball inside because Rachel hasn't shown me how to do my cuff yet. And then that's the other one with the sleeve. I think I'm 2 rows away from finishing.
Yeah.
The second sleeve.
Well, you've definitely added in a few. You've got wider.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be wider. It's definitely supposed to be.
No, because there's no increases on the pattern. It's supposed to be the same all the way round.
Yeah, but it's happened the same on both of them.
Well, that's great because you're going to end up with a bell sleeve, which is ideally what you want.
That's what it's like on the picture. It looks like a bell sleeve. It looks
like a straight sleeve to me.
Oh, well, anyway, I've got bell sleeves.
We'll figure that out when we do
they're both the same.
Yes, and that's all that matters. We'll figure it out in the next crochet video. But we've got the sleeve and how to start that off and all that kind of stuff. And how to sew your shoulders together and your sides and how to decide how wide you want your sleeve to be and all that kind of stuff.
And I'm completely obsessed. I keep looking at wool. I bought a hat pattern today because I thought I'm going to have extra fabric, extra wool left over from that. I'm going to make a matching bubble hat to go with it and everything as well. So I'm completely obsessed. Yeah,
it is very addictive once you start. So Viv says she needs a jumper and she'll DM you her address.
Just send me some yarns, but I'll make one for you.
That's how I got my lovely patchwork quilt from you. Just nagging you for months going, is it for my birthday? Is it for my birthday? And then next thing you know, it was.
In the end, there was a moment where I went, it is for her birthday as well, isn't it? And I had to go to her.
If you mention it enough, you never know. She is a fast crochet. I knew she would be. How quick she rips through those quilts. I knew she would be.
I've also got another one. Should show you my other one.
She's got number 2 on the go. 2 at once.
This one's been sewn together. So it's a vest at the minute.
Yeah.
So this is the orange one.
Oh, it's cool. I love those colours.
So that's my sleeve there.
Sherbet colours.
My sherbet jumper. Because I couldn't just stop. This is the thing. And in between Rachel showing me bits, I just thought, I just need to keep going. So I bought myself some more Karen cakes and then started a second one, which I'm really pleased with as well. So I'm now, but this weekend, I'm starting on the sleeves on this one. Excellent. And then I've got the yarn to make your jump again. Yeah. And we're going to definitely do some kind of video or blog post about that, aren't we? I think.
Yeah, we'll just show you how to do the squares and then tell you how many you need.
And how to crochet them
together. Having said that, I'm not a crochet pattern maker. I made 51 squares and it does an oversized cardigan. And I'm a size 14, 16 in high street sizes. Yeah. So how that works out to maybe you can make smaller squares if you're smaller or bigger squares if you're bigger. Yeah. But, so it's not necessarily going to be one size fits all, but it's not
your size fits me. That's fine. That's all I need.
Cool. All right. Well, I think we're going to sign off now because I can see in your eyes that you're holding on by a thread. So thank you guys so much for joining us on our first live. We've had a brilliant time. We'll definitely do more of these.
We will.
So I've got an empty glass except for blackberries and raspberries. Blackberries and rosemary, but I'll give you
cheers.
Cheers to you guys. Merry Christmas. I hope whatever you're doing that you have a great time, and if you can't see your families, then we hope that it's not long before you can.
Yeah, and thank you for your support over all the years. We love you all.
We really do.
Appreciate every class you buy, every comment you make, and every like you give us on YouTube or on Instagram.
We love it all.
We love it all, and we wouldn't be here without you.
No, definitely not.
Thank you to you all.
Have the very merriest of Christmas, and we will catch up with you in the new year.
Bye guys. Bye. Macy.